out of 10 for me. And I personally would say it's better by today or tomorrow. But we are basically 11 weeks out from Mr. Olympia. Signed contract. We're just pushing a little bit now. Body is definitely getting leaner. Body is responding. Food's moderate, nothing drastic, but definitely moderate.
I felt like I was all I had. So I definitely isolated myself from everyone, friends, and even my family at some point. The haunting words echo as the camera pans across a muscular silhouette, illuminated only by harsh gym lighting. What the world sees is the Mutant, a 5'7" mass monster whose grotesque vascularity and inhuman proportions have made him one of bodybuilding's most recognizable figures. Are you enjoying this story about Nick Walker? Then help the channel with your subscription. Look, 94.8% of people who watch these videos still aren't subscribed to the channel. If you're part of that group, take the opportunity and subscribe now. It's free, and you'll keep receiving incredible stories of legendary bodybuilders who shaped the sport. Oh, and don't forget, at the end of the video, you'll find more stories like this one. But beneath the freakish exterior lies a story of transformation more profound than any physical metamorphosis. And the truth is more impactful than you imagined. Long before Nick Walker became a household name in fitness circles, before the 1.5 million Instagram followers and Arnold Classic victories, there was a broken child from New Jersey harboring dark secrets. Born in 1994, Walker's early years were defined by an unspeakable trauma, childhood sexual abuse that shattered his ability to trust and connect. While other children formed friendships, young Nick retreated inward, finding safety only in isolation. I felt like I was all I had, he confesses, a sentiment that would both haunt and drive him through the darkest chapters of his life. This trauma pushed him towards self-destruction, a path of drugs and alcohol that threatened to consume him entirely. Yet within this darkness germinated the seed of an extraordinary physical transformation that would eventually captivate the bodybuilding world. Walker's first competition came right after high school. Graduation, a humiliating failure by competitive standards. But something unexpected happened amid the defeat. The audience cheered anyway. It was the first time I felt proud of myself, Walker later revealed to close associates. This singular moment of connection, of feeling valued despite imperfection, became the pivotal turning point in his narrative. What spectators couldn't see was how this brief taste of acceptance created a psychological shift in a young man who had known mostly rejection and isolation. The applause awakened something primal in Walker, a hunger for validation that would fuel an obsessive dedication few could comprehend, much less sustain. The shadow of industry titans loomed large over Walker's early career. While competitors with cleaner lines and more aesthetic physiques received sponsorships and magazine covers, Walker remained an outsider, too grotesque, too raw for the commercial fitness industry's polished image. The industry wanted pretty boys with six-packs selling supplements, confides a former training partner. Nick was building something monstrous that scared them. Industry insiders whispered that his physique was unmarketable and too extreme for mainstream appeal. The rejection mirrored the isolation of his childhood, yet Walker channeled this exclusion into his training with frightening intensity. When denied entry through the front door, he decided to tear down the walls instead. Behind closed doors, Walker's relationship with his body became increasingly complex. While projecting unwavering confidence online, those in his inner circle witnessed moments of profound vulnerability. Sometimes he'd look in the mirror and just shake his head, reveals a former training partner who requested anonymity. He'd say, "Look what I've done to myself," before immediately getting back to work. This internal contradiction, simultaneously proud and horrified by his own creation, created immense psychological pressure. Walker rarely discussed the physical toll of extreme bodybuilding. constant pain, breathing difficulties, and the knowledge that his pursuit of muscular perfection might be shortening his life. The persona of the mutant became both shield and prison, protecting him from emotional intimacy while trapping him in an escalating arms race against his own reflection. The collapse came unexpectedly in 2023, after placing third at the Mr. Olympia the previous year and being on track for bodybuilding's highest honor. Walker's body finally rebelled. A torn hamstring forced him to withdraw from the 2023 Olympia competition, devastating both his competitive momentum and financial stability. I tried to push through it. I tried to do whatever I could and get whatever treatment I could, but it just gradually got worse, Walker admitted in a heartbreaking Instagram post showing his severely bruised leg. This physical breakdown mirrored an internal one, as months of isolation during recovery resurrected old demons. In private conversations, Walker confronted the possibility that his career might be over before reaching its peak. For a man whose identity had become inextricably linked to his physique, this represented an existential crisis that few understood. The comeback of 2024 stunned even his closest supporters. Following months of rehabilitation, Walker returned with a dramatically improved physique to win the New York Pro. "The injury forced me to rebuild differently," Walker explained to a small circle of confidence. "I learned how to train smarter, instead of just destroying myself. This evolution wasn't merely physical, but psychological, a shifting relationship with his body and sport that prioritized longevity over sheer extremism." Walker's new approach incorporated methodologies he'd previously dismissed as too conservative, revealing a humility that contrasted sharply with his intimidating appearance. By March 2025, Walker had married his longtime partner Maria, finding personal stability that had eluded him throughout adulthood. This relationship, more than any trophy, represented his greatest victory, the capacity for trust and vulnerability that his childhood trauma had nearly destroyed permanently. What does the mutant see when he looks in the mirror today? The question lingers as Walker prepares for what many believe could be his crowning achievement at the 2025 Mr. Olympia. "I'm at peace with what I've built," Walker shared recently. "The body, the career, the life, all of it. The transformation extends beyond muscle tissue and trophy cases to something more fundamental, the reclamation of a childhood stolen and the forging of an identity beyond victimhood." Walker's journey from traumatized child to fitness icon illuminates the complex psychological terrain of extreme body modification, where physical transformation often serves as both escape and confrontation of deeper wounds. In creating The Mutant, Nick Walker found a way to both hide from and face his demons simultaneously. Perhaps the most profound revelation in Walker's story isn't found in training secrets or nutritional protocols, but in understanding that his greatest battle was never fought on a bodybuilding stage. Are you enjoying this story about Nick Walker? Then help the channel with your subscription. Look, 94.8% of people who watch these videos still aren't subscribed to the channel. If you're part of that group, take the opportunity and subscribe now. It's free, and you'll keep receiving incredible stories of legendary bodybuilders who shaped the sport. Oh, and don't forget, at the end of the video, you'll find more stories like this one. It was waged in the space between rejection and acceptance, between isolation and connection. The same universal struggle that makes his journey resonate beyond the niche confines of bodybuilding culture. In becoming superhuman, Nick Walker simply wanted what we all seek: to feel human enough.